very little difference between the advantages that we could have on each other except for an edge, and the edge is your people. Edge is me and you. Can we make a difference? Loyalty is an emotional word because everything that is to do with emotion is underlined by feeling. How many times we get up feeling elated about the next day and say, okay, today is going to be my wonderful day. And apart from, I know I've got to achieve this target, how many people am I able to help today? How many people am I able to make a difference to? How many people will become part of my network? How many new relationships am I going to build? That's where sales happen. That's where people want to come back to you. What we are looking for is real world results. Okay. We are not looking for any fancy results. Sales is about normal people. This side of the fence and that side of the fence. Why do we make it look like something so fancy and something so difficult? It is interaction between two people. We've been so conditioned to think in a certain way, and especially as far as sales are concerned, we have to start understanding human nature, our own and theirs. People who make the marketing strategies are people who are not on the field, okay, who are not on the front lines. Therefore, they don't understand the gap, and the gap is here, emotional quotient. We start teaching emotional quotient to people, you see the difference how people behave with each other. You have to be able to create an element of trust. This is the key. Now, this is called the strategy of preeminence, which I have learned from my teacher, who's Jay Abraham. He's the marketing wizard, the biggest one in the world. And he calls it the strategy of preeminence. And tune into your customers' emotions. Instead of just thinking about how much you have to sell, what you have to sell, what my product, what my company, you've got to be passionate about, your product, your company, and what you have to do. But ultimately, the person who's going to really release some, life into your company by paying money for your product is your customer, right? So you have to fall in love with your customer. I would like to take you to the feeling that when you are in love. All of us have at some point fallen in love. Yes or no? Yeah. Now with a loud yes, this is a nice positive one. Okay. So we have fallen in love at some point, and now what happens at that time? We become stupid. We become like so totally involved, and we are willing to make an idiot of ourselves for the other person. Right? We go all out to take tantrums, we do all the stupid things to make the other person happy, and that's the feeling when we are in love. Okay. Don't love your customer that way, but can we get that feeling while we are dealing with another person? Can we really see that this person is another human being? Maybe, when he comes to you, he's not his happiest best. Maybe he's not, he's fought with his wife. Maybe he's lost some money. Maybe that is his restricted finance. Maybe, there's so many maybes that are there, but if we don't look into them, we don't understand our customer, and then we don't sell. We go on harping over our own product and something great, very good. But if it doesn't sell, what's the point? So strategy of preeminence is fall in love with your customer and switch from me to you. The first step for that is to get their guards down. What do? We are so desperate to sell that, sir, please, this is my product, sir. You know what the features are. Sir, this is the cheapest, and we're going to giving you a discount. So now this guy's guards are still not down. And he just looks at you and he says, okay, you've heard that before. I saw it on the net. I know discount, okay, that is sounding nice. But at the same time, okay, I have that other product too. And that other sales guy said he's going to come at 5. Let me try him out also and let's see. We are not talking to people. We are just talking about ourselves. So the thing is that we have to start switching from me to you. You are contributing value to the person. You are contributing something to that person's life. Now, are you enriching the person's life? Or are you pulling something out of his life? We can pull maybe some money out of his life, but if we are not enriching or giving him an experience or making him feel good about what he has done. So if we make them feel confident, okay, you made a great decision, and he goes back home and says, okay, I made a good, logical decision, thanks to Mr. Whoever, and he was such a sweet guy, and then, he did a follow-up and everything. All those nice things that we do, but we really have to feel. And customer service, it should not be mere lip service. I feel it is basically starting to connect with people. Connectivity is to be increased. Obviously, we go to them because of the product and they have a need. But if we start connecting from people to people and tell them that, yes, we do care for you, because every human being is looking for, these small things like caring and, those nice things like saying, okay, somebody listen to me. They did not push their product down my throat, and they did not make me sit there and say, okay, you have to buy this, and sir. It did not happen. But you give them that space while they put their guards down, and they say, all right, okay, I understand what you're saying, and even give them that much time to think about it. Customers are very smart, as smart as we are. While we are selling, they are all smarter than us. And they have more choices than us. We only have one choice. We have to sell our product. People come from different backgrounds. They will never behave in the same way. But if they are representing somebody, okay, they are representing somebody, maybe, obviously, all of us are from different backgrounds. I and you don't speak the same language, even though we may have been educated in the best schools in the country. But even then there is a difference between us, and the whole underlying fact is that we have to start learning to coexist with the difference. The whole idea of customer service is being sent out through these people. I agree that there are a whole lot of job opportunities, but the whole idea of customer service, whether it is from the smallest level to the highest level, is being sent out through the frontline people. But even at the middle level, upper middle levels, I still feel that there's a lot of teaching that has to go into, a lot of training that has to go into how people deal with people. It is simply people dealing with people, right? So when we come from different backgrounds, but we are looking towards a common goal, the whole emotional quotient idea is that some people can work towards a common goal because of their emotional and cognitive capabilities. Connect between the company and the human being, and that human being to their customer, that is the missing link with the emotional quotient can fill. Framework of where we are dealing with them. What is the promise that I have given to them? Have I fulfilled that promise? If I fulfill that promise to the T, I have given him good customer service from my heart, and I say, okay, I did care for whatever, and maybe if there is a mistake from our part, do we take responsibility immediately and say, okay, we sort it out for you? Are we able to show it to them, okay, whatever happens at the end of the day, we are there for you? Okay, so people do settle down, but if we make a mistake, and if the person is not satisfied, and then instead of sorting a problem out for him, and we come and say, no, this is not our responsibility, things are never going to be sorted out. So if EQ teaches us to sort out things. If my life, I cannot take responsibility for my life, why the hell is somebody else going to do it? So it is my world, and who can better take care of my world than myself? And therefore, instead of blaming everybody else, I think we should start from ourselves and say, okay, I want from today, this point on, I'm going to change everything that's happening around me for myself first. Let me see how I can change things that are happening around me. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Let me see what's not working. Let me see what could work better. Let me see how is it going to be different from the way I used to do it earlier.